Hey there, Brian King here, calling from iPhone Central. I want to touch base with you on a very important issue that I see happening with a lot of my clients, whether they have Asperger's, ADHD, or dyslexia. There is a difficulty with the executive function of planning, meaning they have difficulty putting together a sequential series of steps or events to plot the course of their life. So you'll hear them saying things like, well, I'll just go with the flow. I'll just see what happens. I was talking to a young man recently who said that in terms of planning his future for after his college degree, he says, I'll see where the wind takes me. And this isn't just him. This is a reflection of either somebody who's afraid to plan for fear that they may not achieve it, or somebody who is unable to plan. Because when you are committing so many resources, your time, your money, to getting a college degree, then you're just leaving your future to the wind? This is not a good idea. When it comes to going with the flow, yeah, that's great when you're maybe exploring a museum, and you kind of want some surprises or you want to see what you stumble across. But that's not a way to approach the entire course of your life. You need to have some kind of a plan, some kind of an end game, something that you're aiming at. In college, how do you know what classes to take if you have no idea where you eventually want to end up? How can you budget and save money if you don't know where you're eventually going to want to live, what kind of car you're going to have? Planning is essential. Now, of course, with any plan, there's some flexibility because things happen. I planned on going off to Ringling Brothers Clown College, after high school, which I got accepted to, by the way. But a few weeks after I was accepted, I was diagnosed with cancer. Okay, so I couldn't go to clown college. So that's some of those unexpected things that require you to regroup and totally change your course. But that doesn't mean, because those things might happen, that you simply give up on the idea of planning. Now, if you have some difficulty plotting that road to your future, get somebody who's better at planning than you are to help you brainstorm it. That's something that I often need because of my ADHD and my scatterbrain. I can only think so far. But I realize that planning is necessary even though I tend to be lousy at it. That knowing it's important is the first step in realizing that you need to recruit somebody to help you with this. It doesn't mean because you can't do it between your own two ears that you just throw it out of the equation. You follow me? One of the things that I help my clients with the most, or is really the overarching model that I follow, is life design. Why should they do anything that I suggest? Why should they learn the tools that I suggest to them? It's because of the life it helps them create. But first they have to have a sense of where they want to end up in the first place. Because when you think, oh, I'll go with the flow, I'll see what happens, what you are deciding when you say things like that is to live reactively. You are waiting to see what life throws at you, and then you will decide how you're going to react. That means that your life is no better than what's happening around you. The one thing that denies you by living that way, living reactively, is it denies you your given right to create. Each one of us is here with a gift. We know this. And the only way we can really, or rather the main way that we can live a very fulfilling life is by living our gift, by experiencing its growth, experiencing its impact on the world. But if you don't believe that you are here to create, that you are only here to react, then you won't really experience everything that life can be for you. So I want to leave you with this. If you find yourself saying that a lot, I'll go with the flow, I'll see what happens. Ask yourself, why is that the way you've decided to live? Is it because you're afraid of disappointment? Is it because you simply don't know how to plan? Whatever the answer is, please commit to changing that outlook. Because you were put here to create, plain and simple. And the world is not going to be as good as it can be for you until you learn how to create and be the artist that you were put here to be. I hope this has been helpful. Feel free to stop by my website at any time, brianraymondking.com. And if you feel anybody else could benefit from this, please share liberally. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and we'll talk again soon.